Let's get started, y'all. So February 4th. Go ahead and begin the starter. Let's get this going. This is let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, which of the following? Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. I should have made this a formal. All right, I like this one. Which of the following are examples of culture? So this is again assessing your general knowledge of culture. Do you really understand what culture is? And we've been researching it. We've done many projects and posters on it. But do you really understand what it is? So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to finish that, and then when you're done, we'll move on to the summary page.
Looking out the window from the inside of my head, what I had in mind. Is it recess or recession? Bit worried, cause I ain't stressing. One side said we gon' hit the incline. One side said we get in the end time. In the middle of the match where I been fine. I ain't confined, I was left in. If it's out of my control, I ain't stressing. Only cutting from the cloth I was dressed in. Well groomed in a room full of best men. Gray suit try to check me, not the question. On average, I'm the exception. Run the math if it's anything less than. If the path get blocked even one time, no conspiracy can tell me what it meant then. So what's next then? I'ma keep it moving, I got no choice. Representing for the weak of us with no voice. Rich enough to be protected by who elected, and black enough to be respected, but still mess with. Pulled over in the Buick of a Rolls Royce. 5'9" and 6'3", they gon' feel threatened. Your fragility is sitting under your weapon. You ain't hard, you just capping cause you're so moist. More than one thing try kill me, yeah. More than one name try build me, yeah. Keep my hands clean, let's be talking about riches. That's the only thing that's filthy, yeah. Nothing left in this life left untainted. Upcharged for the pure, so we cut raw. Here's an app and some people you can complain with, rest assured. I'm the pros, I'm the cons, I'm the hope in the hall. I'm relief for belief, here to leave you in the storm. Throw a raft, throw a leash, what you need is what you fall. Round your neck.
All right, let's move forward. So again, finish that please. Finish that please. It's always valued at 5 points. And those starters really inform me on what you understand and do not understand. So please make sure that you are taking those starters. Also, they're points for you, right? Sometimes they're easier than others, but bottom line is it's better to try and not do well, and then you can inform me by doing that of what you know and don't know, than to not do it at all and take it or do it late and lose points unnecessarily. Okay, so that's one thing we need to we are still focusing on. So today, right, you're completing the poster, you're creating the poster for sub-Saharan African culture. You researched yesterday a country in sub-Saharan Africa that you were assigned and just looked at the different cultural characteristics of that country. And now it's time to put it into the poster. And I changed some of the expectations of the poster. So don't just go and just plug in and replace what you did last time, okay? Because I want to make sure that you are meeting these expectations. And I went over the rubric yesterday, and I'll go over the rubric again today. So the synchronous work is the starter, which we just did, and you need to begin making the poster in Canva and then the ticket out the door, okay? I'm not going to spend too long talking about it because I want to give you time to work on the poster itself. And then your asynchronous work is to complete the poster, and that does not have to be submitted until 10 p.m. on Sunday. That's too much time, honestly. I worry that it's too much time that you're going to forget about it and take some time off and not do it, and then you'll just forget about it. Okay, but nonetheless, I'm giving you that extra time. Sunday, 10 p.m. is the deadline for that poster. So let's look at this. Okay, so at this point, you should have on 85 the research done for your country. So now it's plug and play. Now it's take it, move it over, move the information over, put it in bullet points, okay, etc. Okay, and make those adjustments based on the expectations of the poster. Again, you got to use Canva. Make sure that it's connected to my course, please. Okay, make sure it's connected to my course. So you go in Canva, right? So to join the class, if you're not in the class yet, some of you may not be in the class yet, you got to click this link right here. And it'll take you to my class, my course. It'll sign you up for my class. So that way it's much easier for you to submit your designs. Okay? The designs, now I know it's a little different, maybe confusing. For the flag, Arab Spring flags, you had to submit in Canvas. Here, since everyone is doing their poster in Canva, you need to submit it in Canva by hitting the send to teacher or submit to teacher button in the top right, okay? Because I keep all those in my inbox and I can look at them, look who sent it, grade it, okay, and then delete it, okay? So keep that in mind. The following information, so here's the deal, let's look at this. There's some changes here. You must have ethnic groups again as a pie chart. I recommend language and religion also as a pie chart or a bar graph, something along those lines. Okay, that could be a really good way to communicate that information. Then I want you to only choose 4 other cultural characteristics. 4 others. That's a total of 5. Do not do 6. Do not do 7. That is one major change. I only want 5 because that will allow you to have a bigger space for the different topics or cultural characteristics. That'll allow you to increase the font. That'll allow it to be more of a poster instead of just this like tiny writing everywhere, all right, all throughout your poster. Each cultural characteristic must have the following: title, bullet points, no sentences, accurate information, and a high resolution image or graphic, okay? Now I've already received maybe 5 posters, and I'm just going to speak about those posters, not naming or doing anything specific. But what I'm seeing, okay, is I'm seeing people still doing 7 categories. I'm seeing information not written in bullet points still, not full sentences, but you're putting it in more of a paragraph form. And here's the deal. Some of the ethnic groups, like let's say ethnic groups, for example, you don't need to, if your pie chart is done well and it is labeled around the pie chart, you don't need to include all the ethnic groups somewhere else. Okay, you can just have ethnic groups, the pie chart, because it is labeled, and that would kind of be the equivalent of those bullet points. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I know that maybe that wasn't clear earlier. And the same thing applies if you're doing language and the percentage of the people that speak the language, then you can just do the pie chart or bar graph or whatever you're doing, and you can have those labels kind of count the points. It's redundant to see that same information both in the bullet points and in the pie chart. So make those adjustments, please. And y'all, let's increase the font size so everything is easier to read. You can read it from a distance. That's the whole purpose of a poster. Okay, we're not doing an infographic. Infographic is different than a poster. An infographic is something you get like on a piece of paper, you can look at it, okay, and the font can be smaller and filled with content and information. This is a poster, so try and get the font size a little bit bigger and the images a little bit bigger, fill the space, and only 5 cultural characteristics. Okay, so here's how the points work. Each thing, okay, ethnic groups, half a point for having a title. That's easy, right? Half a point for not having a sentence, having bullet points. Okay, which those bullet points can go on the pie chart. That would be sufficient. Okay, accurate information, and then a pie chart that you make. Don't find it. There, you may be able to find one out there, but I know I can tell if you make it in Canva or not. It's really simple, okay, for me to tell. So that's valued at 2 points. Then you choose another one. Choose sports. So you'd have the title, sports. Bullet point. Don't write out cricket is the most popular sport in wherever. Don't write that out. Just put cricket. That's it. That's all you need to do. Is the information accurate? There's a good chance cricket is not the most popular sport, even though it's probably common in maybe South Africa. But anyways, and then do you have a high resolution image or graphic that helps communicate and tell that story, okay, and represent what that is, okay, that information. All right, so you have to do that for 5 categories, total of 10 points there, okay. If I'm looking at this, I would take off some points from mine for writing too much here, okay, for holidays, for art, my ethnic groups I have too many categories. I could list these out as bullet points for religions. Those are some adjustments that I would make to this example. So again, this needs to be perfect. This must be perfect because we've done this many times before and we're doing it 2 more times, I think. Maybe 1, maybe 2. Okay, we'll see. All right, so keep that in mind. If you need to do another design, get creative with it, whatever you need to do. But that's your focus today, is to work on that during your asynchronous time. Let's go take it out the door. All right, here we go. You know the drill. 2 of the answers are going to be the same every single day for this entire unit. Okay, let's get 5 points, y'all. This gives you a minimum of a 50% for class today. All right, and then you take the other points from the starter and add that to it. Okay, and you get a daily grade every day in this class. Objective, unit, statement of inquiry, and asynchronous work. All right, please keep that in mind. Please answer those questions. Okay. One other announcement. Tomorrow, the starter is a formal map reading quiz. Formal map reading quiz. I'm going to put those sub-Saharan maps, probably write 5 questions, and that'll be the starter tomorrow, a formal 5-point map reading quiz. Okay, thank you.